What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about some of the many reasons why I love silver. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive silver content. And if you want to support my channels, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. We got t-shirts and hoodies, a bunch of gear that's raising funds for different charity organizations. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. But I want to talk about silver today in a more positive way, because something that I noticed last night is that in the last week and a half I've put out maybe 3 videos with a somewhat negative tone in the title or the thumbnail regarding silver, whether it be about people being scared to stack it, or people who have been stacking it and they're getting fearful due to the spot price and then they're quitting or whatever, or abandoning silver and going over to gold, or whatever the case may be. And for some strange reason, I don't know what it is, but the silver stacking community kind of goes running towards videos with something that has to do with negativity, or something to do with somebody giving up or quitting or being scared. And I don't know why, but videos talking about the positives when it comes to silver don't really get as much attention. So number one, I kind of want to do a video like for an experiment, but number two, I want to do it because I genuinely do love silver and I do love talking about it. And 3, I would like to spark a little bit of a conversation. So as always, I will be reading every single comment. I will be doing my best to respond to every comment. Sometimes it's hard because I get over 1,000 comments a week, so it could be a little bit difficult at times. But anyway, I want to talk about silver and some of the many reasons why I love it. And the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that it's given me something. Silver, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this. I know a lot of people, maybe before they discovered silver, before they discovered the whole precious metal realm, wealth preservation, and things along those lines, maybe a lot of people were feeling a little bit hopeless, and maybe silver gave them somewhat of a sense of hope in a way. You know, obviously, if you're stacking, dollar bills in the bank account, just like the average human being is, or the average American is, here's the thing. People know every year it's getting harder and harder financially. Price of everything's going up, except for their income. Majority of people understand this. A lot of people know that going to the store is getting more and more expensive. Buying food is more and more expensive. Rent is going up. Payments are going up. The bills are going up. But how much they're making a year, their salary isn't going up very much. Their hourly wage isn't going up very much. So I think when it comes to silver, it kind of gives me, and maybe I'm just speaking for myself over here, but it's kind of giving me a sense of hope in a way. And it's pretty cool. And another thing that silver has given me is it's introduced me to the silver stacking community, which I think is really cool. I've met a lot of people, or I shouldn't say I've met a lot of people. I've met no one, really, but I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, bouncing ideas off of each other, having different conversations, showing off different coins, rounds, bars, not even just silver. I'm talking gold, I'm even talking some copper from time to time. It's really cool. It's really interesting. You learn a lot. And as I've been saying since day one, my main objective here is to teach those who are willing to learn and learn from those who are willing to teach. So that's another thing silver has given me right there. On a more important level, I'd say that silver has given me a way of saving money, a way of preserving my wealth in a way that I didn't even know was possible. I mean, a lot of people, once again, I'm speaking for myself over here, but maybe I could speak for a lot of people by saying this. I didn't really have a way of saving money other than in a savings account or checking account or whatever, other than by using a bank. And by storing money in the bank, you only have access to it when the bank is open, or as long as there's power. I mean, I'll just give you a perfect example. I know it's not a very common situation, but hey, it happened once, it could happen again. Metaphorically speaking, it happened yesterday, it can happen tomorrow. Hurricane Sandy, here in New Jersey, this is quite a few years back, we were affected by it. We had no power for about a week and a half. Not to say that that's anything in comparison to what other people who have been hit by other hurricanes have dealt with. I'm not sitting here comparing it, I'm just sharing a story. No power for about a week and a half. The stores, it was cash only, because maybe the generators or whatever the case may be, they only had, could only keep the lights on, or some of them were working in the dark, but they were still trying to, keep the business going. So it was cash only, because using your debit card, that's an electronic payment. Credit card, that's an electronic payment. No big deal, right? And just go on over to the closest ATM. Oh wait, that's electronic too. So you really only have access, you could have $15 million in the bank, and you only have access to it if you have power, if you have internet, if the bank is open, whatever the case may be. And the money that you have in the bank, interest is not very impressive. Interest of the banks? What is that, like a fraction of 1%? A fraction of a fraction? It's insane. Silver, on the other hand, here's the thing. I'm not 7 years old. I'm pretty sure I can hang on to my own money. Pretty sure most of us can. And I think it's probably better. I think it's safer. I think it's, more responsible. I hold on to my own money rather than rely on the bank. So, in a way, silver is kind of like a savings account. And in my opinion, it's a better, smarter, and safer alternative to a savings account, with more room to grow and perform over time. As I was just saying before, interests of a savings account, it's a percent of a percent. It's a fraction of a fraction. Silver, on the other hand, who knows? It's $14.70 something today. A couple weeks from now, it could be up $1.50 from where it's at. We don't know. So give it another, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I'm willing to bet money on it. $1,000 worth of silver today, in 20 years, will be worth more than $1,000 cash sitting in the bank, growing by that fraction of a percent due to the interest. I think silver has a lot of room to grow and perform over time, unlike cash just sitting there in the bank, which is depreciating in value every second of every minute of every hour of every day. So I think silver is not only a better or safer alternative, I think it's a smarter alternative. But I wouldn't call it an investment. I might have thrown the word investment around when I was brand new to stacking over a year ago. I was learning as I was going. So I just want to share that. And the last thing I would like to share, the last thing I want to talk about why I like silver, why I love silver, is aesthetically, I think it's the nicest looking metal. I mean, the beautiful white metal. Absolutely gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. I think gold is beautiful as well. I even think copper is gorgeous. The beautiful red metal, the beautiful yellow metal, but for some strange reason, it's just not the same as the beautiful white metal. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe for new videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive silver content. And if you want to support my channels in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. We got t-shirts and hoodies and a bunch of gear that's raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. Helps out in way more ways than you would ever even imagine. So once again, thank you in advance. First link in the description. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what do you love about silver? Maybe you love something about silver that I didn't even mention in this video. Maybe your favorite thing about silver is the fact that it's maybe aesthetically pleasing to look at. Maybe you think it's a smarter, a better, a safer alternative to a savings account. Or maybe it's given you something like friendship or hope or something along those lines. Let me know anything and everything regarding silver, precious metals, wealth preservation, anything about coins, rounds, or bars in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.